Hello there. Don't mind me smiling. I just did something funny. I'm just proud of myself for what I did. Literally like 2 seconds before I started the stream. Anyway, you know shit is getting serious when I'm starting to have all these like mini updates and I can't keep up with my damn schedule and everything is out of whack. You know it's getting real. But here we are. Another day, another stream. Day 60. We are running out of time. That's part of the reason why I've been so busy is I am working a lot, and like I've mentioned like the last couple times, I've been dealing with some personal problems which have been making it a little bit more complicated than usual. So yeah, I just literally have not had the time. It is what it is. And my nose is also itchy right now. And I'm getting a bit cold, so I'm going to turn off the AC. AC has been turned off. My hair. I need to wash my hair again. I don't know if I'm going to record tomorrow. I need to see if the recordings I made today are good enough. I hope they are. I really hope they are. So let me tell you a little bit then about what I have been doing. I don't know if it's too early. Maybe I should wait a little bit. I haven't even been using the stream countdown recently because it's like I've just been making short videos, so it's like feels like kind of pointless. I didn't even watch the videos I recorded. I literally just recorded them, and that's it. I tried to keep high energy because I've been looking like death and I've been feeling like death, but I tried to keep high energy so I don't look super tired. Don't know how good of a job I did because right now you can probably see that I look quite tired. I've been losing a lot of weight recently. Don't know how noticeable it is. Hard to know. I've been losing a lot of weight recently. I've been eating little. What can you do? That's what stress does to me. It's kind of weird, like, such a strange thing that your body refuses food when you're stressed. At least for me, like, I know some people have the opposite problem where they're like stress eaters. But isn't it weird that that happens? Like, the way it happens to me is that my body is like stressed and it's like, yeah, I don't want any food right now, bro. Like, I'd be hungry and I would eat, but then the more I eat, I would start to feel extremely ill, like just sick of the food. Like, I don't want to eat anymore very fast. Sucks. Mega sucks. Super stinker. Anyway, what have I been doing? So, I wrote all of the ads I want to run. I have 5 of them ready because I figured we can, with the budget we have left, we can run ads at about 50 euro a day for about 30 to 40 days. So I made 5 ads because I'm planning on doing each ad at 10 euro an ad and run it for about 7 days. So we can test about 20 ads in total. So we'll try with these ones. We're going to do some static image ads. Maybe we'll do some carousels. I'm not sure. But I did it with one format. It's just like basic user-generated content style. Like basically this, the way I'm just talking to the camera, that's what the ads are. I'm going to edit them. I'm going to edit them as well. Make sure that everything, you know, is working nice and dandy. I don't speak Spanish. So we'll see. So what I did was I wrote the 5 ads. Basically, it's... No, I don't speak Spanish. It's the same ad with 5 different hooks. So that's what it is. And I can show you that in just a second. And then I also recorded this ad and I worked on my VSL. Let's take it one step at a time. So start with this. This document is getting quite big. Anyway, so here's the script. So I'd have at first I was thinking like, should I call out my audience in the ad at the beginning? But then I figured, you know what I could do instead? I could just have a banner at the top that calls them out, so that way people can visually scan it and decide if they want to continue watching. I think that way we're more likely to get the target audience we're looking for. So that's what I'm doing for that. So then I have 5 different hooks. The first one is, what if I told you I could guarantee you 10 or more high quality appointments booked directly in your calendar in the next 30 days or will work for free? Pretty standard. All of these are like direct pitch offers now. Second one is, how many hours have you wasted this month on sales calls with people who were never going to buy? What if instead I guaranteed you 10, yada yada? Imagine opening your calendar 30 days from now and seeing 10 or more new names booked in, all of which show up on time, will be ready to buy, and won't be a headache to work with. Well, that's what I guarantee, yada yada. What if you never had to wonder where your next job was coming from because your calendar was already filled with ready to buy customers every month? It's exactly what I help home service businesses do, and I guarantee, yada yada. What if you could control exactly how many new jobs you get each month instead of leaving it up to chance, and then guarantee again? So it's a direct pitch offer, and I'm testing different angles in terms of like, this is targeting pain points, this is just direct. These are dream outcomes. So we'll see which one does better. And then here's the remainder of the script. I did change this a little bit from last time you saw it, so let me make sure you can read this. So after one of those hooks, I'd say, and here's the best part, it won't involve hiring an army of appointment setters, relying on referrals, chasing people, or dancing on social media every day. None of that. Look, it probably sounds too good to be true, and you're probably likely to tell me to buzz off. I actually wanted to say fuck off, but I saw that Facebook doesn't like when you use profanity in ads, and there's a chance that it wouldn't get, like, approved because of that. So I decided not to do that. Hey there. I don't even know how to say your name. I'm just going to call you Kill. So you're probably likely to tell me to buzz off, but if you give me 1 minute, I'll explain how it works. Hey, my name is Debris. I'm the founder of Serpicore, and we help home service businesses completely systemize their client getting so you can consistently and reliably bring in new jobs every month. And I know that the real issue isn't just getting people to call in, it's the no-shows, time wasters, and nightmare customers who complain about everything. I know that what you really want is a simple way to reliably bring in new customers who show up to your appointments on time, are ready to buy, and aren't a headache to work with. So my offer to you is plain and simple. I personally guarantee that if you use our system, you'll get at least 10 qualified, ready-to-buy appointments booked in your calendar in the next 30 days, or will work for free. So you can be sure I've got every incentive to get your results fast. It's completely done for you, you won't have to lift a finger, and on top of that, you get to keep the entire system for life. No month-to-month payments or year-long contracts. We build the whole thing for you, hand it over, and it'll consistently bring in new jobs for years to come. So look, if you're interested, you can click learn more below, and it'll take you through to a short, I just said short video because I didn't know how long it was going to be. A short video that will explain the system in its entirety. So worst case scenario, you can just swipe the entire system from us, run it yourself, and start attracting better clients the same day. And if you watch it and decide you'd like the system made for you, you'll have the option to book a call. And just so you know, we only work with 5 businesses each month. That way our clients can stay ahead and competitors can't just copy or saturate our systems. So if you're seeing this right now, you still have time to act. Just click learn more below and I'll see you on the other side. So that's the ad. Hey Victor, what's up? Then I wrote the primary text for the ad as well. So this is the text that goes, this is like the description text that goes either underneath an Instagram post or like above a Facebook post. Home service business owners, we will help you get 10 or more high quality appointments booked directly in your calendar in the next 30 days, or we work for free. How it works. We build a completely done for you system that delivers 10 plus qualified ready to buy appointments every month, booked directly into your calendar, guaranteed results in 30 days, or we work for free. And unlike other agencies who keep you stuck on monthly retainers or just simply teach you theory, we build a whole system for you and you get to keep it for life. So if you're tired of chasing no-shows and wasting time on quotes that go nowhere, click here. And you can watch a full breakdown of the system. Worst case, you'll walk away with a blueprint that you can use to build a system for yourself. Best case, we'll build it for you and you'll never have to worry about where your next job comes from again. Headline will be 10 new appointments every 30 days where we work for free. And then description, which doesn't show to everybody. And CTA will be learn more. I'm good. Nice. Good to hear. So that's that. Then we have our landing pages, which I already showed you. I don't think I changed anything from them. But then there's the video sales letter too, which is here. So I'm going to read this as well, just so I have it on record for anybody who wants to use this potentially in the future if this goes well. So it is different from the one that I have up right now. There's like some similarities. Most of it is still the same. It's like the skeleton of it is pretty much the same, but there are some key differences. So let me walk you through our simple 3-step system that'll help you get 10 or more high quality appointments booked directly into your calendar every single month. So this is the video that shows essentially when they click on the ad, go through, give us their information. This is the video they get to see. And when I say high quality, I mean people who show up on time to your appointments, actually want to buy, and aren't a headache to work with. So to get started, let me know if you relate to any of the following. You're tired of spending hours on sales calls that go nowhere. You're fed up with chasing people to work with you and wish they chased you instead. You're too busy worrying where your next job is going to come from instead of actually running your business. Or maybe you've even hired a marketing company before, but all you got were low quality leads that never turned into paying clients. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. What I found after speaking with dozens of home service business owners is the real problem is they're stuck in the old marketing model and haven't moved to the new model. When you move to the new model, everything changes. You'll only attract the kind of clients you want to work with and automatically filter out the wrong types of clients. You also get to decide exactly how many new sales appointments and clients you want to win every month with consistency. The big question is, what is this new model of marketing? Well, let me show you how it works in 3 simple steps. Most of it is still the same. Maybe I should just read the parts which I've changed, because this is the same. Like some of you might have already seen it as well. This is the one that I have that's like labeled free training on my website. So maybe I'll just go through what I did differently. So step 1 is to clarify your promise. You got to say what you do in a way that makes people want it. I did change this because originally it was catered towards coaches. So now it's more towards home service businesses. So most of the home service businesses say things like we install driveways or we do pipe replacement or some variation of that. But no one ever wakes up wanting a driveway company. They wake up wanting a new driveway that makes their house stand out on the street. So the first step is to reframe what you do in a way that's specific to who your ideal client is, what exactly they'll get, and why they should pay attention. Here's a better version. Dublin homeowners get a brand new driveway installed in just 7 days, guaranteed to last 10 plus years without cracks, or we'll fix it for free. You see the difference? Specific, outcome-based, and crystal clear. And that's the same. Then is there anything? I heard some shuffling beneath my desk. I was wondering what the fuck it was. Okay. Yeah, that's the same. Okay, this is different as well. First, you create a page on your website with a big title that calls out one painful problem your ideal customer has and makes a bold promise about how you solve it. Then you add a short form to pre-qualify them. You want to keep this concise and only ask the most relevant questions you need to know the answers to. It's a delicate balance. Too many questions and you lose good leads, not enough questions and you'll fill your calendar with time wasters. When people submit the form, you give them your calendar so that serious leads who are ready for the next step can book themselves in. Sounds simple, right? Now, not everyone will book right away, and that's where follow-up comes in. For those who didn't book, you'd set up automated emails where you can share your testimonials, show your work, and remind them why they should choose you. This is especially important for home services, and let me tell you why. As you already know, people think about home improvement projects for a long time before committing. Some for weeks, but usually months. And in that time, they shop around, fill out a bunch of quote forms, and weigh their options. Problem is, by the time they're finally ready, they forgot about you. Maybe they loved your quote 2 months ago, but they decided to move forward. But when they decided to move forward, they just picked one of the quotes they filled out last week and went with them instead. But imagine if during those months they kept hearing from you, getting reminders, seeing your work, reading reviews. By staying in front of them, you make sure that... What the fuck is going on? Is it my dog outside that I just keep hearing? By staying in front of them, you make sure that when they are ready to make their move, they'll see you as the obvious choice. And to further solidify this point, let me give you an awesome statistic. 80% of deals are closed after the 5th follow-up. Guess how many are closed on first contact? 2%. What am I getting messages for? I think it is my dog scratching from the outside. It's so weird though, because it really sounds like it's in here. That's the power of follow-up. That's the power of follow-up, yes. That's the power of follow-up. With this system, it's kind of like having a salesperson who speak to your leads anytime, any day. Yep, I already went through that before. This is all the same. This is pretty much the same. This is the same. Yes, so this is different. Let me try to summarize everything in a way that helps you visualize the entire process. First, you create an irresistible offer that makes people want to work with you. Then you turn that offer into an ad that grabs the attention of your ideal customers, and you pay some money to Facebook to show it to them. When people click on the ad, they land on a page where you offer them the solution to a painful problem they have. They fill out a short form and get redirected to a page which gives them the option to book directly into your calendar. Those who don't book right away will get frequent emails showing your work, reviews, and reminders to keep you at the front of their minds so that when they're finally ready to buy, you're the obvious choice. That's it. Simple, but incredibly effective. This is the same. This is the same. This is different. We give you a complete done-for-you solution where we craft your irresistible offer, build your landing pages, write your email sequences, set up your automations, and create and optimize your ad campaigns, all of which you get to keep for life. All you have to do is fill out a short form to give us a rundown of your offer, and we'll launch the entire system in just 10 days, which is crazy. Yada, yada. I already went through all that. This is not new. And then this is new as well. One quick note, we only take 5 businesses per month. That way our clients can stay ahead and competitors can't copy or saturate your systems. If you're seeing this right now, chances are there's still a spot available, so book your call below, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. That is it. So, that's that. I hope I didn't go too fast. Either way, you can always rewatch this at the end after stream is over. So that's that. I then recorded all of that. I'm not sure if I want to do it with face cam or not, because I'm wondering, sometimes I feel like face cam is good, but other times I feel like just having a video is good. Maybe that's something that I might test. I think that there's more trust when you have a face cam, but I'll see. I recorded my video of myself and the slides separately. So that's the other thing that I want to show you is that I made a PowerPoint slide for it, which will be like the main bulk of the video. I want to show that too. There it is. So this is basically the entire script of what I just read through uploaded into like slides. So they're a little bit different from the words that I use in the script, but it's mostly the same. Like 95% of it is the same. So it just looks like this, just to give you an idea. Like, it's nothing super interesting. I just want to show you kind of how I built it so you get an idea. I'm not going to show every single slide because it's kind of redundant. But this is basically how I structured it. It's basically just a PowerPoint presentation. That's about it. So it's quite simple. And that's what I've been doing. So I recorded all of the ads. I recorded the video sales letter. I also wrote the ads and wrote the video sales letter. And I updated the PowerPoint. So I've been fairly busy. I'm going to start editing tomorrow. I'll see. I think the ads are going to be fine, but I'm not sure about the video sales letter. I'll have to see. I also want to edit the audio because the audio can get really messed up sometimes, which is quite sad. Because this room has a lot of echo, so it can pick up weird if I'm like not loud enough or if I'm too far from the mic. Even when I'm close to the mic, it still picks up weird sounds. So that's unfortunate. So I'll see how easy it is to edit. Clients. Hey, did you get any clients? Not yet. We're waiting. Actually, I forgot to mention, now that you mention it, we actually got our first booked sales call today. They booked in on Tuesday in the evening. And the funny part of that is that I couldn't do Tuesday evening and I forgot to mark it off of my calendar. So I already completely fucked up my first possible chance of having a sales call by asking them to reschedule. Because I was like, hey, we have a scheduling conflict. I texted them and I was like, hey, can we do Wednesday at the same time instead? And they just said, okay, like O and K, didn't say anything else. So I'm not sure if they were happy about that or not. I'll see if they show up. I'm going to send them like confirmation messages and maybe emails to confirm their appointment the day before. So I will know if they're going to show up or not. Because I don't want to deal with like wasting my time waiting for calls. So I'm just going to send them a reminder. And if they don't, I'm going to say if you don't confirm the appointment, it's going to be canceled. So yeah. Also, the client doesn't seem like the client. I'm already calling him client, getting ahead of myself. The prospect doesn't seem like it's our ideal customer. They seem to be running more of like a beauty clinic, whereas I target home service businesses, which is a problem. I mean, I will work with them if I feel like I can help them. It's still like it should be fairly easy. Like beauty clinics are not that hard to advertise. But it's not our ideal customer, so maybe I won't give them like the system. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. I'll talk to them about it and just let them know, just be upfront and be like, look, we normally work with home service businesses and not this. We can work for you. Yada yada. I don't know. I'll see how I decide to handle it. Maybe if they're a good prospect, I might just not mention it. Just go like, yeah, sure, we'll do it, no problem. I'll see. But yes. What you selling though? So we're selling gotcha, ads campaign, how you collect the people or clients. Okay, let me run you through it. So we do a service which is a complete like client acquisition system using ads. So we'd build their ads, we'd help them craft their offer for the ads. We'd build their landing pages, their thank you pages, their automated email follow-up sequences, and get them leads that are filtered and qualified, booked into their calendar. So it's essentially just we're getting them good leads. That's the whole system that we're selling. We're selling it. Our offer is a little different from the usual because I'm not selling it as a retainer. I'm selling it as a one-time payment for a full system that you get to keep. So that's like a slight variation on my offer compared to most people, which I used as like an angle in my ads. I was like, hey, you know, unlike other people who force you to be on retainers and take long contracts, we actually just build the whole thing for you and give it to you and you get to keep it. So there's a little bit of extra incentive for them to do that. It's just slightly different from the usual offers that they would see. It also allows me to get a shitload of money up front. Thanks for the follow. Hey, what's up? Yeah, all good. You know, not much. Just running through what I've been doing recently. What about you? So yes, it allows me to get a bunch of money up front by doing it this way, which is great. And it also allows me to have a really good downsell because I charge 6,000 up front. If they can't do upfront, I would downsell them to, okay, well, how about half now, half at the end of the month? If that's still not good enough for them, then I could say, look, okay, how about we do 1,000 a month for 6 months? And now I've basically sold them down into a continuity retainer for 6 months. So it's basically still the same kind of model. It's just framed differently. You get what I'm saying? So, and it also allows me the opportunity that after they pay the $6,000 up front, for the people who do, I can also upsell them continuity and the retainer at the end of the month when we're about to transfer the system. And I can be like, hey, for 1,000 a month, we can just manage this thing for you and constantly improve your results and make sure that your cost per lead goes down and make sure that you get more customers. So in this sense, instead of just pitching a 1,000 a month payment up front for me, I'm pitching them like, hey, they could give me $6,000 up front and then I could still get 1,000 a month after that. So it's essentially like a big setup fee, which because of the way I have framed it, just makes it sound like it's worth it. You get what I'm saying? It's just an interesting way to frame basically the same kind of package in a way that makes me more money. So that was my idea for that. I came up with that. This is brand new. Haven't seen it anywhere else. Maybe some people have done it, but this was something I came up with. Yep, you have a great way as a hook client. Yeah, I think it'll work great. I'm gonna see how it goes. Obviously, I need to take some sales calls and see if I get a lot of like price objections. If I do, I have like a whole downsell sequence. I'll be like, okay, half now, half later. Still too much. How about 1,000 a month for 6 months? Still too much. How about 1,000 a month for 6 months, and you can cancel within the first month. If you're not happy, we'll give you your money back. So that way it's extremely low risk. That's as far as I'm willing to go, I think. So that's kind of the idea. I'd be like, okay, if they get down to the lowest offer, I'd be like, okay, 1,000 a month for 6 months. 1,000 would be upfront today. If you're not happy within 30 days with the results, you get your money back, and you don't have to pay the rest of the payments. And that's a pretty attractive offer, especially coming down from the top. And my actual pitch is gonna have a lot of value stacking in it. So I'm gonna be like, okay, well, how much is 5 extra jobs a month worth to you? For home service businesses, that can easily be like fucking 20, 30, 40,000, easily. So let's just say 10 grand they could make a month. I was like, okay, well, over 12 months with the system, you make 120 grand, right? So, well, luckily our system doesn't cost 100 grand. It doesn't even cost 30 grand. It doesn't even cost 10 grand. It actually only costs 6 grand. For 6,000, you get all of that value, and that's just for 1 year. You can stack that up over many years. So I have that's not exactly the way I phrased it, but you get the idea. I'm framing the price against how much they're actually gonna get, and then it makes it so that I have a good opportunity to sell that, and the price wouldn't be an issue for them anymore. So the idea is that by doing the value stacking, I'm not going to get price objections in terms of they don't think the system is worth it. But so that I only get price objections most likely with somebody who actually genuinely can't afford it, or if they are not willing to take on the risk, which is what my downsells fix. So I go, okay, half and half split, 1,000 a month for 6 months. That's if they can't afford it. If they can't afford it and they're worried about the risk, then I throw in hey, you could have a trial for 30 days with the 1K and we'll refund it if you're not happy. So that's the entire structure of the thing. We'll see how it works once I'm actually trying to pitch it. What we up to? Yeah, just talking about business. I don't know what you came here for. Usually people are used to gaming on Twitch, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm basically building a business from scratch, and I'm live streaming everything that I'm doing and sharing all of my thought processes and lessons I've learned and all of the documents I've made and all of my offers, etc. Everything pretty much. Can I upsell you a new draw to replace the white one in the background? What? What do you mean the draw? A new draw? I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe some shelves soon planned, find some LED strips. What do you mean finally? I've always had the fucking... these are not strips, I guess. I don't have money on spending on this shit right now, okay? Look, I'm not a streamer. I'm not a full-time streamer. If I was, I wouldn't even be doing this shit because I would just be streaming instead. And that would be a lot more profitable and a lot more fun. Be a lot less stressful. Hey, Alabek, what's up? I've been freelancing as software developer. Any possible way to work with you, even for free, as experience? I mean, it really depends. I don't really think I need a software developer for anything right now. We have a Discord community with quite a lot of software developers and programmers in it. If you want to join, you can ask some people if they're working on something, or maybe eventually over time we could all band together and create some sort of product. I don't know. We'll see. But you can stick around. You can join the Discord community. If you click on my face on my YouTube profile and go to the top, you'll see there's a Discord link to join. The reason I'm sending you there instead of just sending it in chat is because people always complain that from the chat they can't click it. So you should be able to find it. You're not retarded. Just go to my YouTube profile and find it. If you can't find it, I don't want you there. But yes, that's that. You'll figure it out, I'm sure. I'm pulling your leg and you're falling for it. Your display photo from far looks like Patrick Bateman. I've actually, you know what? That's the second time I've heard that. It'd be even more so now because my hair is so much longer. I could totally do the slick back and retake the photo. My hair is getting so long, bro. Because I said I'm not gonna cut it until I make money. So it's been growing like crazy. But this is also the most the most I've ever been complimented on my hair in my life. So I think I'm gonna keep the hairstyle. Seems like a lot of people like it. My hair's a bit dirty right now, so it's not like optimal. But I've been getting a lot of compliments on my hair for the first time in my life. So I think I finally found a haircut that suits me. So I'm probably just gonna keep it. I never thought a mullet would suit me, but here I am. Yeah, something around AI, easy way to get hefty funding, build some crazy, dude, I'm smart. I'll get into Discord right away, okay. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of programmers there. I wonder if eventually, like, we could all join forces and build some kind of app together or some kind of software. That'd be cool. Don't know what kind of software. I think that something I would want to build is a platform that can automate digital marketing. Because I genuinely believe it's possible to completely systemize it and have maybe one person just oversee the whole thing and approve like ads and landing pages and stuff. And even that probably wouldn't be necessary. It would just be more like just in case sort of thing and make sure that nobody's unhappy. I wait for the day we have an app that builds apps, like we have websites that give simple templates to build a website from. Well, that already exists. Well, it's not perfect, but I don't know if it's ever gonna be perfect. But we already have that. We have stuff like Lovable AI, Bolt.new. There's a few others. But it's not amazing. You still need to have like knowledge to be able to do much. Also, I'm pretty sure they only work for front end, so you still need to know back end development. How do I make a simple AI companion that fits on a Raspberry Pi and basically records what you monologue when the AI sorts the information into a book? Someone already beat you to it. Sorry. There's a few services like that already, actually. I forget what they're called. I'm not sure if I wrote them down. Maybe I wrote down one or two of them. Let me check my document real quick where I store my apps. Link Hub. Here it is. Did I save it? I don't think I saved it. But there are a few. I know there's a few. I was actually looking into it one of the days because I was like, this seems really useful for having like sales calls and being able to monitor your sales calls so you could learn from them. And also just saving information that you might need to come back to. But there's also like a huge privacy issue. Are you talking about text to speech? No, there's literally like somebody developed a software which is kind of like it comes with like it's like a microphone that basically listens to what you're saying and it has AI interpret the information and store it in a particular place and the AI can retrieve whatever information you have said to it and the storage on it is really long. So you can like I don't know exactly how far back it would go, but you could probably go like a few weeks back and go like, hey, a few weeks back I did this and this. Can you remind me what I said or what I talked about? Stuff like that. And it can tell you. That's trippy. Alexa on crack. Yeah, it seems really useful, but I also be concerned about the privacy issues. Well, most of the things in the world are solved. Nothing left. If it's left, then it's accessible to only top tier people. I don't agree. I think that that's a huge misconception. There's always problems that are unsolved, and a lot of them actually seem so obvious in hindsight. Like, I can actually tell you an example. This might be a solved problem already. Maybe their marketing is just shit. But you know what's a problem I identified recently, which I think could actually use a solution, and I think that they would do really well? You know dog bags? Like the plastic bags you use to pick up dog shit? A problem I constantly run into is I don't notice when I'm about to run out of bags because I use them in like these little carriage things where I like roll them out. So sometimes it's not obvious when I'm about to run out. You could make a business out of selling dog bags, charge more, and make it so that the last 3 bags are a different color to tell people that they're about to run out. I guarantee with the right marketing, that shit would sell. We're missold an idea that there isn't enough space for us with the same ideas. How many companies exist to do the same thing, just packaged in a different way with different features? Yeah, true. But that doesn't mean that there aren't problems to be solved in general already anyway. How about an AI that uses maxims to solve questions? What are maxims? I'd like that in my deer skull thingy. But yeah, there's a lot, like, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that somebody hasn't solved or hasn't solved well. And the other amazing thing about starting a business is that you can take a solution that somebody has made and just improve it. Because every time that you make something new, every time that you create a new product, there's always going to be additional problems that come from the product or the service that you're doing. And you can always just do that, but better, you know? Like, let's say, for example, you do a car cleaning business, right? So you have the guy that just cleans the exterior of the car with a sponge and, you know, soap. So another guy can come around and go like, okay, well, you know, a retard would think, well, this guy already washes cars. There's nothing I can do. It already exists. Well, that's not true for multiple reasons, actually, because one of the reasons is he's not going to take up the full market. There's going to be a lot. If he's the only guy washing cars, there's still going to be a lot of demand left over. But in this case, let's assume that that guy is cleaning every single person's car, right? That the market is fully saturated. That the demand equals supply, and he's capable of dealing with all the demand. What you can do is you can come on and go like, okay, well, that guy washes the exterior. What if I wash the exterior and the interior and I charge a little more? Now he goes around pitching to the people already getting their cars washed. Hey, you know, do you have somebody washing your cars? Like, yeah, clearly you do. I see your car is spiffy, but what about the inside? Have you ever wanted to clean the inside? You know, I do the outside and the inside. And then some people will be like, okay, well, this guy does both. Might as well just hire him instead of having one guy do one and one guy do the other. For the people who want to wash both. Then you could have a third guy comes in and he's like, okay, well, this guy's washing cars outside. This guy's washing the cars from the outside and inside. How about I wash the car from the outside and the inside, and I'm also gonna do like leather restoration or something, or some kind of like balming or something. You get what I mean? You could just stack layers on top of it and just improve what somebody else is already doing. Just because it exists, don't be discouraged. The negative thinking is toxic for your own well-being. Scary part is taking a step. Yep, I agree. Even car washes themselves compete with different types of products they use. Some give a much more of a shine. Yeah, exactly. There's always... Your internet is being trippy. Oh, shit. I left my VPN on. Sorry. I hope it's not too bad. Hold on, let me check my stats. Where is this? Yeah, there is some dropped frames occasionally. Okay, I'll turn off my VPN. It's gonna reconnect. It might kick people off of Twitch. Anybody who's watching on Twitch, You're probably gonna have to restart and move to the new stream. So here goes. Well, come on. Reconnect. And it still didn't work. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. We're back? Are we back? Should be back. Somebody tell me we're back. Anybody who's on Twitch got kicked. I don't know if... hopefully they heard me before it went out. I'm still here. Okay, well, I was saying it was reconnecting, so... Alright, we're good now. It should be no dropped frames anymore. Sorry about that. I forget my VPN sometimes. It doesn't always cause issues. I think it depends on which server I'm connected to. But one question, isn't the YouTube in much more better than any business possible? Like, you could build influence, you get paid now, you have a business, sell product to people, even if it's a toy making you money. Yeah, YouTube is definitely an awesome business, but it's extremely unreliable, and a lot of it depends on you as a person. So, it really depends. You can make a really successful YouTube channel doing, like, video essay content, and I think that I would be actually really good at that. I think I'd be really good at that. But I don't really want to do that. I don't enjoy making those kind of videos, and I don't have the money to pay an editor, and I don't want to spend hours on end editing those videos, and I don't want to risk it. Because right now, like, I'm not relying on an algorithm. Right now, I'm relying on my skills. If I suck at running ads, then I will fail, but I will know it's my fault. Whereas with YouTube, it's unreliable. You can be amazing, but still fail. That's what I don't like. It's too much... Like, I'm not saying that it's 100% skill. It's 100% luck. There's definitely a lot of skill to it. But it's still partially luck-based, and I don't like that. So, ideally, what I would love to do is to just have a personality that people like enough that they would just watch anything I make. That must be the most amazing fucking business of all time. Like, you take somebody like Moist Critical. He just records himself doing whatever, doesn't even edit his fucking videos, and he makes thousands every day just sitting in front of his computer, playing some games and talking some shit in unedited videos. I would love to be like that. That'd be awesome. But not everybody can do that. I don't even know if I could do it. It depends so much on the kind of person you are that it seems hard, because otherwise, I'd have to play a character, which I don't really want to do. At that point, it's more like acting, and I feel like it would get extremely boring and, you know, just... You'd feel weird after a while, you know? Constantly playing a character. I think sometimes you would just get tired of it. The book Blue Ocean Strategy talks about finding niches in established markets. Yeah, it's not that difficult. You told me about that book before. Hey, remember me? Not really. Sorry. How long have you not been here? Because I'm usually pretty good at remembering people. YouTube is great, but siloed compared to TikTok. You think TikTok is good? You can't make shit off TikTok. TikTok does not pay for the content. It's more of like, if you want to do well on TikTok, you have to run some kind of e-commerce store. So you have a big YouTube following, of course. Don't do a Will Smith. No, I won't. Don't worry. I'm not a cuck. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Yeah, it's nice to have that mentality. But when you're like me and you're 30 days away from homelessness, unless you make money, I'm not willing to take the risk of doing the YouTube. All of this YouTube shit for me is like really just a big side project. I'm doing it because I thought it'd be really awesome. Because all of the gurus always talk about how they've made all of this money and they have all these millions and they funnel you into courses, you know, they make you buy shit. I was like, okay, what if I share everything I learn fully for free on YouTube? I'm not going to bullshit people. I'm not going to funnel people into a course. I'm just going to share everything that I do. And if I make the business work and I start from the beginning and I show the entire process to getting there, it would be an awesome thing to have immortalized into the YouTube ecosystem. And that's why I'm doing it, because I think it'd be cool. because I've never seen anybody do that before. I don't know if I would be the first, but I would certainly be one of the first. I don't think anybody, I could be wrong, but there might be nobody else quite doing what I'm doing here. Could be wrong, but I've never seen it before. I've watched a lot of content on this topic. Do you think an energy company is a good business model for today's market? What do you mean by energy company? Like selling electricity? Can you be a bit more specific? TikTok is saturated, but I'm thinking about reaching more. Like for YouTube, it's by chance I landed on your page and hit you with a SpongeBob joke. Otherwise, I'd have to specifically find you. Yeah, it's all like a lot of that part is definitely luck. If Prime sells, anyone can sell a drink. Oh, did he mean energy drink company? Is that what he meant? Because that's not where I went first in my head. It's crazy to see XQC, Speed, Kaimi, and Crazy Money. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of those big streamers. I just don't like the energy. I feel like most of their content is catered towards children. And I wouldn't want to be that kind of guy personally. I don't want to make content for a bunch of kids. I feel like it would be demeaning to my intelligence. Not to say that like those guys are idiots. It just doesn't appeal to me. Like I don't find screaming funny. I don't find, you know, breaking shit funny. I just kind of grew out of it. I used to, but it's now I just kind of like listening to people talk. I like hearing opinions. Power thirst. Mimic Andrew Tate. Nah, I'm good. I sometimes I wonder if it's exhausting for him to keep up that persona. I can tell that he's a legitimate, like genuine nice guy in real life. Obviously, he's got some strong beliefs. And maybe he's not acting very much, but he is still exaggerating his character because I'm sure that he's a lot more calm in real life. So it does interest me. Like, does he ever get tired of putting up that front? I wonder. I wonder if he ever sits down and goes like, I'm fucking tired of like calling women bimbos and making fun of that they can't drive. No, well, that's not the like hard stuff. I mean more like, would he ever be tired of like shouting all the time and being so, I don't know, enthusiastic? I would get tired of it personally. I'm more of a chill dude. Like I try to bring some energy to the streams, but I'm a lot more of a chill guy. Maybe a solar panel field or wind turbine field. Yes, selling electricity in underdeveloped countries. Why would you want to sell them to underdeveloped countries? I'm going to give you a little bit of a business therapy session here. Why would you want to run a business? I'm assuming you want to be profitable. Why do you want to provide it to underdeveloped countries? Because by doing that, you will make less money. So I'm just curious why. Is it out of the goodness of your heart? Or is it that you just didn't think about the fact that you'd make less money? You can tell when fans meet Andrew is more quiet and subtle. Yeah, because people are not high energy all the time. Even the most high energy people need to chill out. I would personally get tired of that persona. It's actually funny. I did have a page before on social media where I did actually have like a very polarizing persona. And it was fun. I loved doing it. Some of my videos got like tens of thousands of views and loads of likes because it was so polarizing. And like I meant every word that I said, but I got kind of tired of putting up the front that I was putting up because it was very like down to earth, serious, loud, like making fun of people kind of thing. I just got kind of tired of it. I'm more of a chill guy. I like helping people out. I like talking about my opinions. I like sharing my perspective. I like to be understanding of people. In my real life and when I like make jokes with my friends, I'm like pretty, you know, like edgy. I guess you could say I make fun of everything. Racism, like gays, anything you can think of pretty much. But to me, they're all just jokes. I don't genuinely hate people. I don't genuinely think people are stupid. I don't genuinely believe that they should die. But sometimes I make fun of those people, and it's kind of sad to me that people get so offended by that kind of stuff, because I just find it funny. It makes living more joyful when you make fun of everything. But I don't hate people. Like, sometimes I share my opinions. Like, I got a lot of hate on when I talked about the fact that I don't drink, I don't smoke, and don't do anything of the sort. I don't take drugs. And like I said, I called it degenerate behavior to do those things. And I got a lot of hate for that. And these people don't understand that, like, I'm not an evil person. I'm not going to hate somebody who does those things. I'm not going to tell them they're degenerates to their face. I think, genuinely, my opinion is that they've just been failed by society and that they need help. That's what I genuinely believe. But to me, it's funny, and sometimes, in a way, it's easier to just call it degenerate behavior, because it still is. I'm not calling those people degenerates. I'm saying that the behavior is degenerate, and you know, I'm being honest, but I'm not telling, like, my full opinion, but people get so offended by that. But they, like, I do think it's degenerate behavior. Like, if you're taking drugs, if you're smoking, if you're drinking alcohol, you're not doing those things because you like to do them. You're doing those things as an escape from a shitty life. Right? Nobody smokes because it's fun. They smoke because they got addicted, and they started smoking because they got peer pressured or they felt horrible. Same with drinking. Nobody really likes drinking. Sure, they might like being drunk, but as soon as it's over, their life sucks. Same with the drugs. So to say that some people, like, something people argue a lot is that, oh, well, you need a vice to take the edge off. But I completely disagree. I think that the only reason they need to do that is because their life fucking sucks. And their life sucks because they made it suck. I don't need a vice. I don't need anything to relieve that pressure, because I'm fine existing in my regular, sober day-to-day life, because I've structured it in a way where I like my every day-to-day life. It makes me happy. Even when I'm stressed, like, I've been the most stressed and tired I've been of my entire life. I've been through so much shit the last month. You don't even, like, know the half of it. I'm on the brink of fucking homelessness. I'm running out of money. I'm dumping my money into my fucking ad campaigns. I'm stressing out trying to figure out how to do shit, how to make everything work and glue together. I'm having a bunch of personal problems, bunch of relationship problems. Everything's hitting me like a fucking truck. I'm lying to everybody in my family because I don't want them to know that I quit my job to do this. I have so much shit going on. But you know what I don't do anyway? Drink, take drugs, and smoke. And I will not. Because it's all about perspective. If you can see your life as positive, if you can... It's just a switch. Like, it really is. Life is awesome if you can see all of the good things in your life. Everything is black and white. Yin and yang is one of the best fucking ways you could look at life. There's a little bit of light in all the dark, and there's a little bit of dark in all the light, and everything is balanced. If you look at the shitty things and you look at all the darkness in your life, you're gonna feel the darkness. It's gonna be a downward spiral. Whereas if you look at all of the light, you look at all the positives, even when something horrible happens, there's always some positive in it. If you just look at that and you create a perspective where you just look at all the positives all the time, your life is going to be great no matter what you go through. I even have these little notepads that I have here. Like, look, let me show you what I have here on my monitor. Look at this. I have this here constantly. Let me read it to you. You are in control. Reframe your thoughts. Tired equals warmed up. Bored equals useful. Speed over perfection. Do not be a little bit of anything. If you are sad, be sad or put it away. Blink and cure your mind. And I have these little notes that I like to look at from time to time when I feel shit, to just remind myself that I don't really have any problems. If you have a problem, but it's not going to be a problem a year from now, then you don't have any problem. It's not a real problem. Anyway, there's my rant. Someone turned that into a clip. I'm too tired. How does one get a drop shipping product or any other product and just reach millions of people not using paid ads, streaming, YouTube, and TikTok? Scamming. Yeah, that works pretty well. Create fake sob stories of old people about how they have a cat shelter which is about to close down unless people buy their cat slippers. Yeah, no, obviously I'm joking. Don't do that. It's horrible. Notice you're saying the truth. Thanks, Victor. um, is a lot of it is luck. A lot of it is like understanding the algorithm and knowing what people want to see and copying from reels that have previously done super well. But that's like, it's not like, I don't want to call it gambling, but it's very difficult to make that work, especially nowadays with all of the tariffs going around, like around the entire world. And dropshipping is becoming more difficult. If you want to do dropshipping, you need to do branded dropshipping. Otherwise, you're going to really struggle. And the other thing about any business type is you can make any business work, but most people are not willing to put in the work and to be consistent enough. Like this shit I have been doing since like January. And I'm still like, I've had to learn so much and fail so much and undo so much. I've blown through so much money trying to learn everything, but I'm still here. Consistency, like nothing in life is really difficult to do. It's all consistency. Can you be consistent enough to get the thing done? Because your brain does the learning process automatically. When you like think about it like this, you don't really need to do learning. Learning is not a thing that you have to do. If you just do things and you keep doing them every day, you will just learn. The process just happens. Like if you start playing piano every day, even if you don't spend a lot of time like, you know, learning new shit, if you just keep practicing the same movements over and over, you're going to get better. If you read a page of a book start to finish every day for a year, you're going to remember it fucking word for word. It just happens. All you have to do is read it, sleep, come back, and you'll be a little bit better. And you just keep doing that. Same with the gym. You can't go once in a while and expect to get good results. If you go every day for a year, you're going to be fucking jacked. Like everything in life is the same. It's all about consistency. Nothing is hard. The hard part about success is consistency. You don't need intelligence. You need a lot of stress tolerance. I will say that. You don't need intelligence. You don't need to be super smart. You don't even need to really work that hard. It's all consistency. If you do a little bit every day, you're going to make it very far. Just don't give up. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Don't listen to people lying to you, telling you that, oh, look at this new thing that you need to hop on to make money fast. It's always bullshit. Just pick one thing, stick with it, do it for like a year or 2 or 5. Learn the lessons. You'll be a much better person whether it fails or not, and you'll be able to pursue your next course of action with a completely fresh new set of eyes. Oh, itchy nose. Ugh. Sometimes you need the right guild to follow. Yeah. I don't know if you meant guide or guild, but either one, I guess, kind of works. I really should have set up stream markers. I think some of these could make good content. But the thing is, though, I haven't made any content recently because I am extremely strapped for time. No, it's not big. Okay, hold on. Let me go through some of the ones on the other chat. Except me, I don't run out of energy. You're lying. How are you managing then? I mean, finances. It's rough. Hey, Carlin, thanks for the follow. Tell him, preacher. It's rough, yeah. I'm struggling. Right now, I'm basically dumping the rest of my ad budget into... Sorry, the rest of my budget into ads. If I don't make money in the next month, I am going to have to go back to living with my parents. I will lose everything. I have about 40-ish days left. Originally, I was doing it for 90 days, but I have a little bit more money than I thought. So I have about 40-ish days left, and I'm cooked if I don't make money. So I'm just dumping all my budget into ads. And if I run out and can't make rent, whatever. You know, at least I'll get to experience what that's like. How you doing? I'm doing all right. How about you? No, it's because I'm in a third world country and energy fields are not that common in here. So yeah, what would you consider? Would you consider less money? I literally make like $6 a day, man. So why do you want to sell to people there, if that's the case? I'm unpleased that Gay Pride Month is the same month as my birthday. I'm cool. This is not unlucky, brother. What can I say? I don't drink, take drugs, or smoke some. I'm still broke. I'm broke as well, but I'm not broke mentally. At least not yet. Sometimes I feel like I'm on the verge of it, but I broke a little bit yesterday, I will admit. But I'm back now. What are you selling, and have you really sold something since January? No, I haven't. I'm still working on it. That's what I'm saying, is like, it's fucking difficult. You have to stay consistent. You kind of have to share a few lessons you learned along the way. I really couldn't tell you like specific lessons. It's really just a whole conglomerate of mistakes you make. It's really difficult to pinpoint one thing. I don't expect you to go through any of the previous live streams that I've done, but like I've shared a lot of shit during the live streams just from people asking questions. I really couldn't tell you like anything specific, because it's just been, every time I make a mistake, I just learn from it, and then I forget the mistake because it's not important anymore. So it's really difficult. It's hard to say. Maybe if you ask me like something specific about marketing or something else, I'd be able to answer. But in terms of like lessons I learned, I don't really know. But I would say like, this isn't a lesson necessarily that I learned, but I will say that doing this is fucking hard. Don't let anybody like trick you into telling you that it's easy. Trying to run a business is hard. Sometimes like I overthink a lot. And sometimes I'm like, okay, it's not as hard as I think it is, because I'm such a perfectionist about everything. I guess that's something I learned. Don't be a perfectionist. Done is better than perfect. That's a really important note that you should have. I spent a long time learning stuff and relearning stuff instead of doing more. Like I've always still tried to do more, but I feel like I wasn't doing it enough. And sometimes the dots just wouldn't connect until I learned specific pieces of information. I don't know. It's hard to say. What are the main points to focus on to make a marketing agency work and get it off the ground? There's a lot. I mean, I don't know what to really say. Be really good at marketing. That's one. Learn marketing, learn how it works, learn how to run ads, learn what you need to know about marketing. I've read a lot of marketing books at this point. If you want to learn some, you could read Alex Hormozi's books. They're really, really good. Two of them are available for free on Apple Podcast if you don't want to pay for them. Just so you know. Itchy nose. How much does it cost to run ads over there? Depends on your audience. Your cost per mile, which is the cost for 1,000 people seeing your ad, varies based on the audience and how what's the word I'm trying to say? How, I guess, saturated the audience is. Like, the more people are bidding for an audience, the more expensive it's going to be. But usually it ranges between like $20 to $40 per 1,000 people to see your ad. Sometimes I spend hours and hours making research and I don't get what I'm looking for. Yeah, that happens a lot too. Keeping organized, keeping track of notes and stuff is important as well. Knowing what to prioritize, keeping a good to-do list, getting rid of shit that you don't need to do and focusing on things you do. I'm gonna blow my nose. Give me a second. Whoops. You kind of need to watch his content to know the hurdles he's faced. Yeah, true. I faced worse off camera too. That's just the worst part. I only started filming this a couple months ago. I've been through a lot of shit before that. I only had this idea a couple months ago. See, I'm kind of in a dilemma right now because I have about 12 or 13 ideas of businesses. I'm trying to see which one has the biggest, the potential to grow faster and bigger. Why do you care about which one has the potential to grow fastest and biggest if you don't even have a single business and you have no expertise, I'm assuming, in any of them? The one that you should pick is the one that you know the best and just stay consistent with it. Any business can work. There are people out there that are selling fucking crystal orb massages. Like you go to some place, you lay down, and they fucking put some like voodoo magic on you, and people are falling for this shit, and they're going to pay for it. You can sell anything, man. Stop worrying so much about which business will make more money, because you're in the time that you're thinking about which one you want to do, you could have already started one and made some money. So just pick the one you know best, the one that you know most about, the one that you know the most about the customers of, and just run with it. Stop overthinking it. Again, goes back to the point I just made. Done is better than perfect. Speed over perfection. Every time. Another tip I will give you, don't try to do multiple businesses at a time. You should, like, there's always going to be a Pareto principle. If you have 5 businesses, one of them is going to be bringing you 80% of the results. And if you're splitting all of your attention among all of them, you're just going to be putting 20% effort into 5 things instead of 100% effort into one thing. So which one do you think is more likely to work? Don't be retarded. Like, some of this stuff is pretty common sense, but if you don't consider it, you sometimes can lose sight of what's actually important. Just pick one business, forget the rest, and work on it for many years. Commit to doing it for years, and it will work. Just don't switch. Like I said, consistency over everything. The difference with me against the above comment is I have an idea which gives me a purpose and a real interest of mine rather than looking for something to make money. Just a different approach. Remember, people are still paying others to read poems. Yeah, exactly. And I think that it's really good to have something that actually gives you purpose and do something that you think would bring a lot of value to society. A lot of people try to start a business because they just want to be rich. But if you start a business with just the intent of helping as many people as possible by solving like a painful problem that they have, not only are you going to enjoy the process a lot more, but you're going to make a fuckload of money regardless. Just help people. Anyway, I didn't expect to go for so damn long. I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks for being here, guys. Nice to see you all again. I know it's a late stream again. I haven't been streaming a lot recently. I've just been doing those little updates and been streaming kind of late. I've just been really busy. I'm really trying to set up all these ad campaigns and funnels to make sure everything is working to its like maximum efficiency. I'm going to be launching everything probably tomorrow, and we're hopefully going to get a lot better results out of it. We do have that sales call booked on Tuesday. We'll see how that goes too, if they even show up. And other than that, I guess we'll see how it goes. Your counseling session done. Yeah, new day tomorrow. Correct. So yeah, thanks for joining. Happy to see you all here. And I'll see you tomorrow, maybe at 3 p.m. like usual. Maybe late in the day again. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. That's about it. Yeah, take care as well. Double A. Bye, everyone.